Put a chick in the linguine and make her fucking gay!
So everybody, Tales of the Empire is here, and it was honestly pretty underwhelming, and the ending was downright awful. If you haven't seen it already, then that's too bad, because I'm going to spoil it. Alright, so first off we got the Morgan Elsbeth arc. First episode we got the Dathomir Massacre, which was pretty cool to see again. The best part of the show is definitely General Grievous playing with Morgan's mom, then chasing and taunting Morgan herself, telling her to run and that kind of stuff. And it is pretty funny that the best part of the Tales of the Empire show is someone who's not even in the Empire, but that's something we can discuss later. This Grievous scene really reminds me of the 2003 Clone Wars Grievous, and that's really sick because Grievous, well, let's just say Grievous in the Clone Wars is kind of portrayed as a pussy, so it's nice to see a change of that. It is pretty convenient that the B2 who was standing over Morgan did not shoot her, and it's also pretty convenient that the 3 commando droids chasing her missed all their shots. And all the shots from the tree from when the shots went through, all of them miss as well. It's pretty convenient. I guess she has to stay alive for the Ahsoka show, which, you know, that's pretty shit too. Nothing of note really happens in this episode except from the Mountain Clan from the courtship of Princess Leia decide to show up and save Morgan twice, which is pretty interesting. Like, alright, so she teleported in, right? So why didn't she just teleport in, grab them, and teleport back to her house? So her daughter didn't have to die. I don't think she followed them, because if she followed them, then the droid would have saw them, and then she would have got killed. I don't know either. And now on to episode 2. The opening shot was actually pretty cool with the Imperial Star Destroyer being flanked by the 4 Venators. That was really sick. However, what comes next is incredibly disappointing. So as it turns out, as much of a surprise as it was for me to you, Morgan is the genius behind the TIE Defender. Now, if Dave Filoni is anything, it's being consistent in retconning established lore. Quite funny he's retconning his own stuff. The TIE Defender is Thrawn's, I'm sorry, end of discussion. After the whole TIE Defender debacle and the Empire saying they'll come take her resources, Captain Pellaeon asks her, what you doing this for? And she says, for the glory of the Empire. And Captain Pellaeon, well, he did not like that answer. He could tell that was a lie right away, so he just walked off. It was really cool to see Captain Pellaeon in the flesh and not just referenced last minute like in Rebels. With the taste of failure in her mouth, Morgan then goes back to her village, the same one that was in The Mandalorian, by the way. And the people there are not at all happy that she failed them. She goes onto the wall, right? And she is attacked by none other than Rook. And now, somehow, beyond me, she beats Rook in combat. She beats an elite Nogi warrior. Thrawn's number 1 assassin, right? In the Legends, yeah, he was a badass. Alright, I don't know, this show sucks. Captain Pellaeon then shows up again to inform Morgan that it was all a test, and then he leaves right away. Thrawn then comes on, and he's surprisingly in character, talking about how the Empire is flawed and it will fail if it doesn't wisen up soon. It's a nice change from the shit we got in Rebels and Ahsoka. Now on to episode 3. This episode was pretty good actually, just mainly because it showed the New Republic being really incompetent and it was funny to watch. And I like that because, well, go bad guys. The New Republic was shown, or at least the ambassador to the New Republic was shown off as quite arrogant to be honest, and well, the episode can be best described as this.
I have my guards.
Moving on to episode 4. Here we start with Barriss in her cell watching the Jedi Temple burn down during Order 66. It's always cool to see Coruscant in the shows. It does make sense that the Empire would recruit Barriss as an Inquisitor. It was nice to see the Grand in character be in character for once, unlike in the fucking shit show that's in Kenobi. Barriss recognizes her classmates, and I honestly don't care enough to remember the names because one of them gets killed off immediately because he tries to run away. Some people. The Grand Inquisitor takes Barriss to a rather cool looking dueling room, and then starts kicking her ass and mocking her, and then Barriss gets mad enough and embraces the dark side a little bit and knocks the Grand Inquisitor across the room. It was pretty cool to see. This episode's actually pretty good, actually. Except, however, the ending, not so much. After the duel, the Grand Inquisitor makes Barriss and the last remaining classmate to fight each other to the death to become an Inquisitor. So the fight was actually pretty good. The random actually got the lightsaber before Barriss, and Barriss was thoroughly getting her ass kicked. But then she really embraced her dark side and choked the guy and snapped his neck and threw him down the pit. Pretty brutal. So during the promotion ceremony, right, Vader comes in, of course, and he comes in and sits on his throne from Kenobi and just does another fucking Kenobi callback. It's disgusting. I hate that show. Vader doesn't even fucking say anything or do anything. He just sits on the throne and looks at Barriss. That's it. It's stupid. He doesn't chop off their limbs or anything. He doesn't establish himself, doesn't say who he is. He's just there and sits there. It's fucking annoying. Oh, and by the way, Barriss just looks like a knockoff of the third sister from Fallen Order.
Editor Nihilist here, and these two episodes are just really shit, and I can't be asked to put up pictures for them, so I'm just gonna show some gifs of some Star Destroyers.
Episode 5. It starts off with the green bitch, and yes, I'm calling her that. She was in Kenobi. Like I said, enough with the Kenobi callback. She's just edgy and stupid. And why is Barriss acting like a fucking Jedi? She literally committed to the dark side last episode by killing one of her Jedi friends. What the fuck? So Barriss figures out where the Jedi is, and then the green bitch kills everyone in the village for some reason, except the child. And Barriss is offended by this, even though she killed a bunch of innocent people herself by bombing the Jedi Temple. And then the green bitch proceeds to fight this 16-year-old kid, and she gets beat by him. She gets knocked the fuck out. And then Barriss started fighting the Jedi, and she just would not stop yapping. They're supposed to be killing Jedi, not recruiting them. That's the fucking point. Alright, so after the Jedi starts listening to Barriss, the green bitch then comes up from behind and kills the Jedi. Barriss then gets mad, and then does a full 180 back to the light side and says, "You have one more Jedi left to deal with." Are you fucking serious? She bombed the Jedi Temple. She killed Jedi. Anyway, I'll get into it a bit because this next episode is even worse than this one. Fucking somehow. Alright, yeah, this next episode is just shit, so I'm not gonna really cover it that much. So what happens is Barriss ages 30 years and 5 years, some fucking how. And then the green bitch shows up looking for the baby that's there. And, well, they fight a little bit. Barriss just repeats Grand Inquisitor, nothing creative at all. And then they go into a cave. The green bitch gets lost in the cave, can't find her way out. Barriss taunts her and asks her, she pretty much just converts her to the light side. And yeah, now there's two Jedi running around when they're supposed to be all dead because Luke Skywalker is supposed to be the last one, along with Obi-Wan and Yoda. Isn't this fucking great? Don't you love Disney? I'm fucking done.